after you grab your book, we want to do a little laughing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We love to laugh.
We have to have a little bit of balance, right? A little bit of everything.
You gotta have the both of best of worlds. So we're talking about comedian Mark Viera, and he is ready to bring West Michigan all of the laughs next week. He's heading to Holland's Park Theater for a spectacular set. It's all part of the Out of the Park summer comedy series. Well, Tanner, who I'm in for right now, he got the opportunity to speak with him before he takes on the stage next week. Let's take a listen.
To the Grand Rapids area, you'll be over in Holland next week doing a show, which I know a lot of people are very excited to host you. Have you been
Yes,
to West Michigan before?
I have. I was a part of Gilda's comedy festival.
Yeah.
I was a part of the inaugural. I was a part of the very first Gilda's Comedy Fest many years ago. So I have performed back in the days. Again, sorry for aging myself. I used to perform quite a bit at Dr. Grin's in the Grand Rapids area. Again, that's where the first Gilda's Comedy Fest was held, and it was amazing. Like, I love Grand Rapids. I can't wait to come back, actually, and I like the fact that I'm out of the cold weather. That makes it so much sweeter, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so, you're headed on over to Holland, and I know that they're
Yes.
very excited to host you there. What sort of things are we going to be seeing at your show? I know that you're a pretty funny guy, so give us a little bit of, behind the scenes on this.
Well, they're just gonna see a comedian do real comedy. You know, that's sort of like my claim to fame, is that, I'm just one of those guys that comes well prepared to do a prepared show. Obviously, I allow the audience to take me on its own ride, but I don't rely on the audience for the laughs. I make sure that I come with a bag of abundant laughs. It's all high energy, it's fast paced. It's all sort of, I don't want to say it's not that it's not family friendly, but it's all family based. It's all Mark Viera centric. It's just me, letting people know that this is what I'm going through. And I think the way I'm able to do comedy is to let people know that what they're going through, it's fine. We could, if we laugh together, it's a choice that we make, better than to cry alone. We laugh together, man. We figure things out, and we wind up going, hey, listen, man, I know I'm going through the same thing, and it's just a wonderful place to do comedy from.
Yeah, I think that's great, and I think it's something people resonate, especially nowadays. You got to laugh at almost everything that you see, right? So,
Yes.
when you are on the stage there, what do you hope people get out of it? What do you hope people coming to the theater there get out of your show?
A couple things. I remember when, what's funny about stand-up comedy is that it's evolutionary. You start in the beginning and you pray for funny. Oh, you pray, man, I hope I'm funny tonight. Ooh, man, I hope I'm funny tonight. Because I don't want to hear the nothingness of I didn't get that joke, or whatever the case may be. And so now, 24 years later, I want people to hurt themselves laughing. Like, I'm going for a gut wrenching, gut punching laugh that not only allows you to sort of like be in the moment, but at the end of my show, I also like to say things that I find profound. There's a message in my show. There are even several messages in my show that I want the audience to walk away knowing that they laughed, but maybe they learned a little bit about themselves too. It almost becomes just as important to connect with the audience than just to make them laugh. And I think that, you watch a Chris Rock, and you watch a Chappelle, or you watch Jerry Seinfeld. There's just another tier to this, that when you get there, those things become just as important.
All right, put me in your headspace when you're preparing for a show like you will be for next week. What goes into that preparation? Are you doing research on the area? Are you doing research for maybe some new setups that you want to kind of joke around with? Like, what does that process look like for you?
Well, the process for me is that I watch some older clips. I watch some older videos of myself. I just finished some shows in New York, where I got a chance to get all the videos that I did. So I did about 45 minutes a night. So I don't watch everything. I don't kind of comb through everything, but I'll kind of fast forward and hear sort of the jokes that I did, how I set them up, and I'm more conscious of what the audience is doing more so than what I'm doing. I try to find a place where I made the audience laugh, even when there was that it wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to make you laugh, but why did that happen? I scrutinize myself quite a bit before I go to the next. So I may have my my recording on my phone, I have my headphones on, and I'm just taking little notes. Every time I watch an old set, I find something that I did in that moment I'd never done before, and so again, I just try to get into that headspace of where I was when I did that joke, and then I'll make just like minor notes so that I can make some small corrections, make small additions to like I said, to a set that I've already sort of prepared, but also there's an energy that I bring. I'm very physical. I bring a very I bring storytelling and physicality and all that stuff. I watch to see, wow, why did I do that? Like, why did I might say, why did I throw myself on the floor, or why did I use the stool as a hat, whatever the case may be. I try to engage with my own frame of thought, during the show, so I can sort of even remake that thing again, make it better, even make it better. Or sometimes I do things and I'm like, oh man, I didn't do it that show. So the whole show sucked because of it. But everybody's laughing. But I'm very, very hard on myself to make sure that, like I said, that I bring a well prepared show. And then right before the show, I don't like to talk. I don't want to be talked to. I like about 10 minutes of just quiet so that I can just be ready when my name is called to come out and deliver.
Oh, you mentioned you've been in the business a long time. Did you say 24 years or so?
24 years doing stand up.
Yeah. I mean, what have you learned over the years of comedy? It's a tough business, isn't it?
Oh, forget about it. It's still tough. This is not getting easier. What happens is you get tougher, you get stronger, and just like in any job, you just get better at it. You become, there's no way you were the same employee 7 years later. You know what I mean? You're not. You're well prepared. You know that if you have a meeting with such and such, you have to have these documents ready. And I've been on TV 30 plus times in the 24 years, so there's very little that shakes me. If I need to be overly prepared, I can be. If I need to be improv, I can be, so I'm very pliable and very workable. And so yeah, there's very little now that I really have to over prepare for. I just am ready any day of the week. Any time of the day, I'm ready. If you tell me to do a daytime show for your company, I've been there. If you tell me to perform for soldiers and you have very little, the lines are very fine when you're on a military base and you can't talk about this, that, or the other, I'm ready. I just been through, like you said, just 24 years. The experience is constantly changing you for the better. The experiences constantly change you to become the best version of the comedian that you want to be. You can't believe it. Like, I can't believe the places I've been and the situations I've been in, and somebody's like, "Hey Mark, you're on in 5 minutes." I'm like, there's nobody. Like, there's 100 people here. No host, no nothing. They just go, "Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Viera," and I come out and do so many weird and so many experiences that I've learned from that. Like I said, it's very little now that shakes me.
Good stuff right there. Well, his next show, next Thursday, the 5th at Holland's Park Theater. Tickets start at $25, and the show starts at 8 o'clock, and you can visit parktheaterholland.org for tickets and schedule for all the things this summer's comedy series has to offer.
It sounds like fun. I like a good comedy show. How about you?
I love a good laugh. If
Yeah.
I could be a laugh, I would.
Yeah, absolutely.